Welcome to the Deucecast Extra. We are here, of course, to talk about Star Wars The Bad Batch. And we are talking about episode 3, which is called Replacements, which we will definitely get into. Garrison, what are your thoughts of said episode?
Oh, I told you on the pre-show, but the viewers didn't hear it. So the first time I watched it, I was very distracted and thought it was a boring episode that didn't really do much. The second time I watched it, I went, wow, I missed a lot because I was distracted. And I think it laid some interesting groundwork, is what I will say. There was obviously some kind of side stuff that happened in the episode, but there was a lot of groundwork being laid of things that we don't fully understand or know yet that are going to be obviously brought up later.
Oh, yeah. And Dr. Earl, what were your initial thoughts?
I thought the activities and the sort of intrigue that seemed to be going on with the Camino story and the Onderon, is that the name of that planet where they flew to find Saw Gerrera? But they didn't find Saw Gerrera. I think it's Onderon, right?
Yeah, for Saw,
I thought that was a little bit more of an interesting plot line than sort of what I would call more of a traditional, maybe Rebels, Clone War, the creature steals our power type. I mean, that's nice and it's sweet, and it does move a little bit of the character development along, but I'm more intrigued with what's going on with Tarkin and his bunch, and Crosshair and the crew.
Yeah, definitely. No, when I first watched it, of course, I try my hardest to watch it at 2 a.m. I'll be honest, this time.
Well, that wouldn't go well.
Yeah, this time that didn't happen for me. I did my best, but I could not stay up. So I watched it first thing in the morning. That's Roth doing his taxes. Dude, come on. Adulting. Try it, Roth. No.
Wait, he's got a couple hours, right?
He's got a couple hours. Yeah, exactly.
It's probably mountain time, so he's good.
He might have to file for an extension. I'm just saying. Yeah, so I watched it, first thing the following Friday morning, and it the stuff that struck me more was the stuff that happened on Camino and Onderon and all of that type of stuff. I think that was intentional, though. I mean, they wanted to really focus on a lot of the dialogue that was going on Camino and a lot of the visual things that happened on Onderon. Now, there was some important character growth for Omega on what is it? Odo, or I don't know. It's not Odo. I know that much, but that moon that they were on. So yes, Chaotic Neutral is definitely still alive, Nick. So yeah, I mean the stuff on Camino, let's dive into that because there was way more dialogue on Camino that was of importance than I expected in a 30-minute episode. And one of the main things that we get that we're not surprised about is that Tarkin is continuing this rhetoric of getting rid of the clones, conscripting troopers like actual people,
like recruits, like me,
like recruits. Yeah, the Empire recruit. And he says some cool stuff. It's like, so Garrison, one of the things that you and I talked about in the pre-show is this whole thought, and we really haven't heard much mention of this in any other show except for Bad Batch, where finances are being taken into account, right? In the Empire.
Yeah. Finances and loyalty for the clones. Because I mean that's kind of something that I think Tarkin was trying to get at. This group went out and fulfilled its task, whereas the Bad Batch didn't, although most of the other clones probably are right now, due to the fact that their inhibitor chips aren't deformed or messed up, whatever. So
yeah, I mean, and Nick's right. I mean, the cost effectiveness of having real human beings, I guess, is much cheaper for the Empire than having to have this contract with the Kaminoans to make clones. One of the main things that I think the Kaminoans, I'm sorry, are concerned about is that the viability of their original clone is gone, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Earl, being a doctor, I'm about to give you a hard question here. What are your thoughts about that as far as like any early cloning technology that there actually is? I mean, the viability of it. Do you think it would happen where it could, with age, go bad like that?
Like the Bad Batch?
Like the Bad Batch? No, I know.
Well, it all depends on if you build in the failsafe, accelerated decrepitude. With your and then you have to go air them out. Oh wait, I'm talking Blade Runner. I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong. I'm talking replicants. I'm sorry, I jumped the shark there. No, I think. Well, here's the deal. I mean, think about the cost of the Caminoans having to raise these from like zygotes. Then they have to raise. They showed them in what was that episode 2. I think where they were all there learning eating. And so, I mean, that's a lot of housing, a lot of feeding. I mean, so to raise a clone army, that's got to be a real expensive venture, and I'm sure the Caminoans are not, I mean, they're asking for the money and they're getting paid for those clones. So I don't have a lot of information about current cloning policies.
Oh, come on. Don't all doctors know about cloning?
Is this being recorded? I'm just kidding.
The truth is out there.
We'll talk off the record. No. There's another Michael in my house.
Yeah, exactly. No, this is a good point from Nick, though. His interfere is that he knows, and this being Tarkin, is that he knows that he doesn't have full control of the clones and never will. Interesting thought. Garrison, go with that for a minute.
Okay.
3 minutes.
Well, I do think it's an interesting thought, because we were talking about the fact pre-show, about the fact that these guys are going to be more loyal to the Empire. They have something to prove, and I think what he's saying by that is essentially there's a chance that the clone troopers inhibitor chips could become defective or short circuit in some way, and these guys who have been so loyal to the Jedi and the Republic may not want to fight for a force like the Empire and Tarkin and the Emperor, who has now come into power. Yeah, I think that's a legitimate point.
No, that's a really good point. And don't they mention at some point, even when I think it's, I don't know, Lama Su is talking about their ability to control the clones. Don't they even mention that at some point in this episode, or am I just conflating that?
They might have. I wish I'd taken notes on those scenes, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that there was some mention of that, but I could be totally conflating that. I don't know. I think, the only thing that they really mentioned was their concern with the original, clone. They need another clone, which in their mind, that's got to be Omega, right? I mean, that's the natural
where did
assumption.
Omega come from? Because she's a clone.
Right.
She's a Bad Batch type clone.
Right. She is the.
I imagine she's not Jango Fett.
No. I don't think so either. And so they want her. Well, it's interesting because Lama Su wants her back, right? I mean, but I mean, Nala is the one that kind of let her go. So it's interesting there that they're having that conversation, and Nala knowing that, hey, I'm the one that let this kid out of here. And Lama Su saying we need her back.
Well, and if she hadn't let her out, I don't think Lama Su would be that mad, because Omega would probably be dead.
Yeah, no, that's right. I mean, we can't really.
Oh, do you think the Tarkin would have come in and killed her?
I think he wanted to get rid of those clones after they failed their task.
Right.
Well,
he wanted them. Yeah.
Have you heard the rumor though that there's a thought she might be force sensitive, and that she's now. I don't know if this. I mean, listen, I'm just going with it. That she might have some force sensitive aspects that the Empire wants to exploit. Just like they're looking for baby Grogu, like they're looking for Grogu.
No, I'm totally with you on that. Other than, I lean more towards that that Omega is a combination of the skills of the Bad Batch and Crosshair even. I mean, because we've seen how good of a shot she is. So I mean, I think that she has traits of the Bad Batch clones. I don't know about this force sensitive thing though. I hear a lot of people talking about that, but I don't know about that.
I mean, I don't know either, but
yeah,
it's just a theory. It's a theory.
Sure.
Might be Mephisto. We don't know. The daughter of Mephisto.
I mean, you know, she says she tracked the creature down in the episode, but I don't know that it was exactly like Hunter. So I guess we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so let's talk about a couple of things at least that happened on the moon. I mean, you know, again, that was the least interesting part of the episode for me, but you know, one of the major things that I think that they kept wanting the audience to realize for some reason is that Wrecker hit his head.
Yes.
Yeah.
They mentioned that
they blew my head.
Yeah, they mentioned that I think like 3 different times. And this is all within the conversation where we are, you know, mentioning the chips a lot in this episode. You know, because Tech is working on this device of some type to locate the chip, or I mean, do something
to
with
see
the chip.
if their inhibitor chip is active. I think.
Exactly.
But he's so blindsided by that he can't see that the ship is failing.
Right.
Because he's like, oh no, it's fine. And he's the kind of guy who should. He's the kind of guy who should like know.
Yeah.
He's like, there's an issue, but it's not gonna. You know, life support's still working. So
yeah, and everything's fine here. I've really got to work on this chip thing, which is interesting because that's very much like a person of that ilk who is very technology based. They get really focused on one task, and can't really like focus on anything else because they're so distracted by the one task that they're working on. So I thought that was interesting. But this whole Wrecker thing has me a bit worried. I mean, I think
if he goes berserker on them, man, what are they going to do?
Dude, he's so much bigger than them.
But see, when he hit his head, he was nice.
Well,
and was very, very much trying to like get on Omega's. You know, he's being really nice to Omega and built that room for her.
Yeah.
If it gets hit again, what if he gets jarred again though?
I don't think that's
berserker.
I don't think that's necessarily against the traits that we've already seen from him, though. I think he has a soft side.
Yeah.
So it's not like I didn't feel like that was too abnormal, but the fact that they're wanting the audience to realize, hey, something could be wrong with his chip. He hit his head 3 times. Something could be wrong with his chip. I don't know. I mean, I don't think that these clones are going to be. I think this is going to be a sad show. I don't think everybody's making it out. What now?
We saw that. Was it tweet or what was it? The social media post from the
Kevin Kiner, or you know, one of his kids or whatever, because they all work on it together. Had mentioned that he was composing the last episode or working on the composition for the last episode, and was crying while he was doing it. He's like, is this normal to cry while you're making composing the final episode? So yeah, no, I mean, I think that there's going to be some sad stuff in this. I don't know.
Here's a joy.
Well, that's not what I gathered.
Not really a happy era for the rebellion.
No, it's certainly not. I mean, this is the rise of the Empire, basically. Yep. This is the era that we're living in. So no, I don't think anything at all happy. Fred,
that's a great first comment.
Red out of nowhere. That's good stuff. He does. I mean, I'm right there with you. No, but so yeah, I think that we're going to see, and we've got 16 episodes, so it might take a while to get there. But I think that we are going to have some sad moments.
Yeah, I agree.
There was a pretty brutal moment in this one with when Crosshair and those people showed up and they were looking for Saw.
Yeah. So let's talk. Let's talk through that a little bit. I mean, we get introduced to what could be the inception of sort of like the what are they called? The Dark Troopers, the Black Troopers, or something. Sorry, I don't really watch Star Wars.
Dark Troopers.
I'm not really familiar with these terms and these character names.
I didn't know they had a different name.
Yeah, so it's the ones that Krennic has, that, and then we also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Krennic has the Dark Troopers, right?
Yeah, there's the Dark Troopers,
Death Troopers, or they're
Death
Troopers.
Death Troopers. That's right. Again, I don't really watch Star Wars. I'm just doing this so we can, keep the show going.
That's it.
Oh, that's it.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Garrison.
Oh, is that the one that your dad got with the car he bought?
Yes.
Oh, dude, I wanted that car so bad. I was jealous.
You got that with a car? You mean?
Yeah. What is it?
Yeah.
A Nissan?
Nissan Rogue One.
The Nissan Rogue One.
So if you buy the car, you get a Death Trooper helmet.
Yeah, you got that plus a keychain with like Death Trooper helmet.
Dude, look, I will. Here's things that I don't know in either of the Star Wars and the MCU. I don't know character names. I don't know planet names. I don't know technology and ship names.
I'm much better with Marvel than I am Star Wars.
So I barely watch these things. I'm just doing this for fun. If you want actual,
wait a minute, you're a Star Wars expert.
If you want
last
actual,
week we had a guy on who could do that.
I know exactly. If you want actual good Star Wars content, there's a lot of other shows out. This is just, we're just messing around here. I mean, we're just having fun. But yeah, the Death Trooper, the inception of the Death Troopers, I think, is kind of what we're seeing here. I mean, the armor indicated that alone. I mean, they had the all black armor, and so we're kind of seeing that. And what's interesting is that Tarkin trusts Crosshair enough, even though he's not a fan of clones, but he sees Crosshair be very successful in general with some of his abilities, and so he trusts.
They amped up his chip, right?
Yeah, they checked, which that's new. I didn't know we could do that.
Turn up the kill feature on your chip.
Yeah. Oh wow, look at this. This is what I like to see.
Do it.
Roth, #1 fan. I love it.
Do it, man. Do it right now.
Hey, if you want to, there's a mug apparently also. If you want to drink some coffee out of the Deucecast, there's a mug also. But and I don't even know who sees money from that. I don't even know. Like, I don't see any money from any of that stuff. So I don't know.
Dave's pocketing it all.
We don't get royalties.
It could be Sean for all I know. Like producer Sean might have set that up. I don't even know who. And that guy hasn't been with the show for like 5 years, so I don't know who gets money for it.
Sean's seeing money in his bank account. He doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. There's like $1 that shows up. Exactly. Oh, jeez. Okay. Good God. Somebody with some class, please. Roth, don't encourage him at all tonight.
We're sorry, Nick, if you're still there.
Yeah, you've already scared Nick and Fatmatic away with these comments, Rhett. I was hoping Nick could maybe put Rhett in his place a little bit in the chat. I need a moderator is what I need. I don't have time.
Remember the last time we said Fatmatic was gone, and then he was like, "No, I'm not."
Yeah, Fatmatic's
he didn't
always
say
here.
that, but he popped back up in the chat.
Fatmatic's always watching. So they send Crosshair with these. Was it 4 troopers?
Yeah,
it was 4. And
you didn't really meet them. Like, we don't know their names.
Oh, well, no. And that's what I think, that if they are going to tell us names, that's going to come later, because there'll be a name that somebody recognizes that was in a comic or a book somewhere, and it'll be an Easter egg for those 2 people that read that comic or that book. Because percentage-wise, that's about what you get. Like, it goes down. You've got like more people seeing the movies than the Disney Plus show, than animated's even less people, the novels even less, comics even less. So yeah, it'll be like a name that random name from a comic that somebody. Oh, look at this. Well, these are recruits, right? These are conscripted troopers. This is new. This is a new program. So I think these people, I don't know if we will get names, but I'd hope. Oh gosh, we don't stop with the patron crap. I don't believe in Patreon. No, I'm just kidding.
He misspelled it anyway. So
he did totally misspell it. Do you even Patreon, dude?
Let's see. We're just saying patrons, not Patreon. I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly.
You could patronize the Patreon.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
things escalate pretty quickly when they get to that planet, though. When they find out basically that Saw is gone, Crosshair's just guns a-blazing, like going in, just and this is definitely not a kids show. And here's what I was thinking.
No.
I think that Dave Filoni recognizes the fact that a lot of the people that are watching this show were original viewers of the Clone Wars and were probably kids when the Clone Wars came out, and they're like, in their 20s now, like fans that like have stuck with that series and have moved on into the Bad Batch. And so he's honestly probably making this more for people that have stuck with the series than a kids show. And that's something that you can benefit from with this being on Disney Plus rather than like Disney XD. Because if it was on Disney XD, they wouldn't be doing some of this stuff. So Disney Plus, they're going to show people get murdered in cold blood, basically, is what happens. I mean, he kills a bunch of people. Stop reading the chat, Garrison.
Oh, sorry, I'm so distracted. I ordered my Deucecast movie shirt, and then I come back to the chat, and there's just funny things in there. So
there'll be a knock at your door soon.
See, I'm glad Nick isn't here to class up the chat. It definitely feels like a show that has grown up with the original Clone Wars fans. Yeah, and I think that's the intention. And like I said, the ability for them to do some of this type of stuff on Disney Plus rather than a Disney XD is key. It's something that we see a lot of. We see Crosshair have no hesitation whatsoever. Good troops follow orders. That's his mantra. That's what that's the code he lives by.
I'm pretty sure that's what whatever trooper who Fives had to take to the Camino facility said in season 6.
Yeah,
pretty sure he said if he didn't say that exact phrase, he said something very similar. So.
Yeah, see, that's one thing that I didn't take the time to do is rewatch any of those episodes leading up, and I should have.
I was trying my brain. So.
Is this a name? Fetmatic's good with names. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's okay. Interesting. I like this. That's good. That's good continuity there then.
E5385. There you go.
And what he has, and also what Crosshair has no idea or no qualms about doing is murdering that, Death Trooper guy that dissented a little bit by saying, "Look, I'm not hired to do this."
Well,
and it's
and he got egged on in the ship a little bit too, because the guy was like, "You're not going to be commander for very long," essentially, just talking him down because he's a clone.
Yeah.
And so when the guy dissents, he just goes, "Okay, bye."
Yeah, I mean, boom, cold blood, dead.
Puts a hole in him, so to speak.
That's good stuff, Rhett.
What season was that whole thing with Fives that everybody so remembers?
Season 6.
Season 6, yeah.
The Fives arc where he gets the chip out of his brain.
Yeah, that's
season 6. I remember that. That was in the last season, but
season 7 is the last
emotional event with Fives before he became Echo. I'm talking. There was something that happened with him back. They have to go find his body or whatever. Go rescue him, right?
Well, that's Echo.
Well, that's Echo. Yeah, Fives is different. Yeah, that's a different character. It's a different character. Know. Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right, dude. No, hey, I don't know either. Really,
I've watched all of them.
Echo's being used to strat battle plans for the Separatists.
No, I remember that. I don't know why I thought Fives was somehow connected with Echo, but wait, Fives never became Echo. Okay.
No. It's two different characters. Yeah.
Echo was rescued.
Well, Echo's... I mean, no, we knew this. I mean, Echo was rescued in the first. Yeah.
Yeah, I did know that.
Oh, okay. Now here's this is the episode, the Citadel episode where they're rescuing Fives, right? I mean, I think that's what Fetmatic's basically telling us here.
It says season 3, episode 18.
The Citadel. Okay. Dude, I don't really watch these shows. I just pretend to. No, I've seen them. I like that. That's the first episode that Steven Stanton showed up as Tarkin. Was the Citadel.
Oh, is that the Pong Krell stuff or whatever?
Oh, I remember that one. Tarkin's in that.
Look, if you want someone who knows something about Star Wars, you should have called my dad.
No. That's not what this show's about.
He would just talk about the 1977 movie.
Yeah, he would talk about. Not.
Is there anything past that? No.
Yeah, exactly. He would just. Yeah.
No offense to your dad. I was just kidding, Garrison.
No, that's very true. No, it's true.
He's pulling a sniper gun out. And he's going to shoot him.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you can listen to, if you want to listen to a discussion about that. There's a discussion between Steve Glosson and Scott Reifin on the Deucecast where they talk about Star Wars in an episode. That's all I'm going to say. So.
Look, we got a closet Scott Reifin fan on there. Look at this. Yeah, so let's get into some speculation.
I think Rhett's comment should go up. Hey, but we'll eventually get there, Rhett, with enough tries.
I feel like there's a very wide open. I mean, the show is very wide open as to what could happen.
Yeah,
I mean, we have to get to a place. We know what that place is, but there's a lot of stuff they could do. I know that there's been speculation. Okay, I know that there's been speculation that that someone is going to die potentially.
Well, I mean, the speculation that I got out of this episode is that something bad is going to happen with Wrecker. And now I don't know how many episodes it's going to take, but because of the bump on the head, that's the indication that something's going on with the chip. The other thing that I think is that Omega is the one that's going to be able to get the chips out of these clones' heads. If that needs to happen.
Powers. She's gonna just
she has medical abilities and stuff. I mean, she's got like any ability that you could need in a pinch. She seems to have, just as far as how she was made, and she worked with
the Scarlet Witch.
That's right. She is she is the Scarlet Witch. For
sure.
That's
creating this whole reality around the Bad Batch.
No. So yeah, I mean, we do certainly with help from Rex. Yeah. Okay. No, that's fair. I mean, Rex obviously knows how to get the chips out. I mean, so that's fair. I think he's going to be involved. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Whoops.
I think we're headed towards Rex at some point. Do we think so?
Yes, I agree.
Nick's prediction is that we will be surprised where this goes. Yeah, I mean, I think that is key, and Filoni's really good at doing that. I mean, and it's not necessarily... Filoni is good at surprising the audience, but not in a way to subvert expectations. So the expectation is going to remain there. Like, we know where this show is going, but we can get there in a surprising way. And I think Filoni's really good at that. Subverting expectations is such a buzzword thing in Star Wars right now and Filoni stays really far away from it. That there's no, and it's not like he's spoon feeding his audience either. I mean, he's going to get to this place that we know this has to go in a unique way. He's not going to spoon feed us and have, fan service or whatever, which is another term that I absolutely hate, is fan service. I mean, I'm not watching the stupid show to not be served. Serve me. I am a fan.
Yeah, I
want it.
Term. I understand.
I hate that term.
I understand what it means, but I hate the term because yes, I want to be served as a fan. If you're sacrificing storytelling to bring in something like that, then that's a valid criticism.
Right.
But I want to be served as a fan. Give me cool stuff. but do it in a way that you tell a good story.
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm going to say no to Thrawn.
I feel like that's going to be more Mandalorian based, but I guess if they want to connect that together.
Yeah, I'm going to say in this series no to Thrawn. That's not to say that he's not going to be in every other Filoni and Favreau series, but
could we get Krennic? Maybe we'll get Krennic.
Now that I would be all for is some early
Krennic. If you bring back Mendelsohn? Yeah.
Yeah, his voice, yeah. I mean, I'd be totally for that.
And some early, so fan service would be to have Solo in there somehow as a baby or something.
In game.
No. That's dumb to do that. That's too like having Solo as a baby in this series. That is stupid.
Put up a comment if
that's stupid fan service. That is dumb. I hope they wouldn't do that.
To Rhett's point, In-Game is easily my favorite Marvel movie of all time, even though it doesn't stand by itself, just because it worked so well tying together everything. It gave you fan service, but told a good story.
Yeah, this is a good point, but I think that I'm leaning more towards that they want Tarkin to really be kind of the focus of
the big
this
bad
show, although he's left it to Rampart. That's another big thing. You know, we saw Rampart as a hologram in episode 2. You know, Tarkin has kind of said, here, you are now an admiral, and you are basically going to run this program, which we hear called War Mantle, which thanks to friend of the show, Nick of Podcast of the Wills, which is another show you definitely need to check out on YouTube or download it as a podcast. He sent me an awesome screenshot showing a scene in Rogue One where Cassian is looking through all of the different information at Scarif, and War Mantle is one of the the projects that he sees while going through all that stuff on Scarif. So that's cool. I mean, Star Wars is great. I mean, here it is again. Filoni is great at doing that kind of thing. I don't think you're not going to see somebody like a J.J. Abrams or a Rian Johnson or somebody like that whose job is to make a big, huge, massive movie go into that much minutia of detail. So I love that. I mean, I love that Filoni is throwing little things out there like that for fans, and I don't call that fan service at all. I think that's just good continuity.
It's an Easter egg.
It's an Easter egg from Filoni's standpoint, but it's great. I mean, it's cool to have that connectivity within those two movies, or from the show and the movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
the show to the movie. Yeah.
I mean, Rogue One being the best.
And we've already had it in the show, so we saw Guerrero.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, and of course, Rogue One is the best Disney property that has come from the buyout, in my opinion.
Mandalorian.
Well, okay. Well, I'm just talking about movie.
All right,
Roth. This is a conversation that I could get into, but I'm not going to. Because it's I don't know. There's too much controversy, and and this is fair. Look, I mean, and I'm trying. My stupid mouse all of a sudden went crazy, but I know Nick's love for The Last Jedi, and that's totally fair. I mean, now Rhett is not a huge fan of it, and he may take you to task for it, but guess what? It's your opinion, and you're allowed to have that opinion. I mean, whatever Rhett says. But Rhett's too much of a coward to actually say anything to your face.
Wow, easy now. Let's not try to poke the tiger. Let's just.
No, you're right. I should. You're right. I should
what
never.
What are you doing, Rhett. Michael? Oh,
I should never poke Rhett. No. The chat's about to go crazy.
No.
But back to the episode. So they mention that particular project
started a war, and we're just moving on.
Exactly. And that particular project is basically the eradication of the clone troops. That's basically what Tarkin would like to see happen.
I'm worried there's going to be a mass slaughter of all the clones.
No, I mean, and I think we're going to see that at some point. That's one thing that I think we're going to see.
The Battle of Camino? Is that
the Battle of Camino? Yeah, I mean, oh God. Jeez, Rhett. So the Battle of Camino, I feel like I don't know.
Just keep talking. Don't look down there.
I don't know what to do anymore. I'm so like I just get so shocked by things that Rhett puts in the chat that I just wow. So
don't flash that one on the screen.
No, I'm not going to put that on the screen. But to to the point that we're going to see some big time. And I think that's one of the going to be the big plot point of this show is we're escalating towards the Battle of Camino, which if the Kaminoans have a backdoor control of these clone troopers that we don't know about, I mean, that's going to be pretty heavy. Tarkin's going to have to.
We know that they're gone by the time we get to, episode A New Hope. So
yeah, you're right. I mean,
not to say there's not pockets of some around, but
yeah, I don't think clone troopers would hit their heads on a door. So
no, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. That's a very human thing to happen. So no, that wouldn't. They would not make that mistake. And what's frustrating is, and it might make some sense, and maybe they'll get here, is they had to probably conscript people quickly, and maybe that's why we get this whole trope of stormtroopers not being that great of shots, because they had to put an army together quicker than they intended to fight the clone army. Who knows? This is pure speculation, and that's what's fun about it. I mean, because right now there's only 4. I mean, they only have these 4, or now only 3 left. I mean, there's only 3 of these conscripted troopers left that we know of.
Yeah.
If this is the onset of the project and Admiral Rampart is just now like getting this project going, I mean, they're going to have to get some people quickly if they're going to have a war with the clone troopers.
But didn't one of those conscripted guys say something about, well, the Republic never paid me anything, and all of a sudden now
as a guy died.
Right? Yeah, no.
He said, I'm getting money now. Empire
Yeah.
pays better than the Republic ever did, or something like that.
Yep.
Well, and the Republic was more about a mindset, and I mean, they never really had much money.
The Republic, they didn't have human troops who they could pay.
Right.
So this guy was probably working a menial job in whatever system he was in, whatever planet, So
yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, look at this. Fetmatic calling a shot. He thinks the Battle of Camino is not until season 2.
Wow.
Which, okay, let's say this. That's not been officially announced. There hasn't been a season 2 officially announced, but I mean, that could be cool. That's taken an awful lot of time to get there, though, right? I mean, 16 episodes, and we don't even get the Battle of Camino. We've got to wait till season 2. Interesting. Yeah, and I'm all for multiple seasons of this show, but I'm also thinking if they can wrap it up in 16 episodes, then why not do it, right? I mean, I don't know. That's just kind of my thought on that. I mean, do we really need multiple seasons of this show? Yeah, but again, we've said it already. Filoni is the master storyteller, and he could make us want that season 2.
I don't
badly
see the show having more than 3, personally.
Right. 3 seasons. Yeah, no, that would work. This is an interesting thought too. Their chips just get switched off, and a lot of them just walk away and are hiding out around the galaxy like Rex, Wolf, and Gregor and the Rebels.
Chips can work that way. If the Kaminoans can just flip it off. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I feel like I'd feel like maybe you'd still have to pull them out, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, look, they're called inhibitor chips. I mean, and so they inhibit these people from living normal lives. I mean, these clones they're basically turning them into computers in a way.
Robots.
Yeah, robots. So I don't know. I mean, that's cool speculation. I like that thought. I mean, if that's the end game, I don't know. I think that we are going to get that, but I think that's going to be in its own season or its own series, like a Crimson Dawn series. I don't think that necessarily we're going to get that within the Bad Batch, but
bring back Ray Park.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if Ray Park's hireable right now. He could be. I don't know. All right. Anything else? We've gone 40 minutes.
Sorry, guys. I'm fading out here.
Yeah, I saw Dr. Earl falling asleep down there. So obviously, this conversation is as riveting as I thought it was.
Well, they did. So going to the planet scenario with the actual Bad Batch members, we know that what's his name? What's the tracker? What's his
Hunter?
Hunter.
Hunter. Okay. I don't even know their names yet.
Hunter
goes
Echo
with
Tech.
the girly. What's her name?
Omega? Are you okay? Did you have a stroke?
Might have. Omega. It's Omega. So they go and because this animal is like living off energy, and she has the smart idea to use the
flashlight.
Flashlight. Yeah. So spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. They get their
I hope you're not watching at this point if you haven't seen it.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks for stopping by for this anarchy. This is Nick's like, this is a crap show. I'm never showing back up to this. Yeah, look, I'm with you, Roth. I think Dr. Earl stroked out for a second.
Hey, don't ask me what the names of these characters are. I'm like Hunter something, I don't know.
Hunter,
Wrecker, Tech, Echo, the guy who
just
shoots
think.
things.
Look, just think,
and Crosshair
and Omega. Yeah.
Just think when you're trying to remember Hunter, just think Charlie Sheen from those stupid Hot Shots Part 2 when he puts on the yes. Rambo like. Yeah, just think about that.
I was thinking Chaco. Looks like I don't know.
Well, yeah, there is that
Bronson.
too.
Charles Bronson is.
Yep, exactly.
He's rocking the headband.
Golly. I'm just going to put that up for just a second. Because maybe I don't know if that's a cry for help. I don't know. I don't know if we should take that seriously or not. I'm not sure.
Somebody call the no, he's
grief.
Fine. He's fine.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not go there. So I think we've said everything that we need to say about this particular episode.
Where's it going from here? Are they just going to travel around? Do we even know where they're going? I know they had to do some repairs, right?
Right.
They're trying to get away from the Empire. That's their first goal.
Yeah, they're just on the lam, as they say. As 1940s Dr. Earl would say, they're on the lam.
Their current goal is the inhibitor chips. That's what Tech brought up at the beginning of the episode. So that's where we are.
So what's funny is they act like Hunter and Wrecker and Echo. Well, Echo doesn't have a chip, but Hunter and Wrecker act like they were clueless about the chip thing. And Tech was like, "Yeah, didn't we? I've told you guys.
Did I talk to you guys about this?
We all, knew about this chip. So yeah, I mean that's the goal now is to find a way to. So yeah, we're gonna get to Rex. I think the Empire is going to employ bounty hunters at some point to hunt them down, which is how we get Fennec Shand in this series.
That's right. She does show up, right? Okay.
Yep. So I think we're somehow Bo-Katan's going to show up in this series. That's my shot there. I think we're going to get some Bo-Katan in the series because I thought we saw her in. Oh my gosh! I thought we saw her in a preview or something. This chat is ridiculous, but let's end this before it gets any worse. Good grief,
guys! I promise to take my medicine next time. I'll remember everything.
Yeah,
I'll take my brain pills.
All you need is some ginkgo biloba. Just start taking that on the regular, and it'll help your memory.
Some saw palmetto for my prostate.
Whoa, good gracious. Okay.
Where we going?
TMI. Oh my gosh. So anyways, we will definitely be back in some capacity next week for episode 4, which I was trying to look for the title. These titles do leak out there, but I could not find the title anywhere.
Yeah, the first 3 were out there before the first episode came out, or around the time the first episode came out. And I haven't seen anything since then, but I haven't looked, so.
Oh, that's some okay.
That's
hey, I don't know.
That's going to help my memory. I know it's going to.
Well, I mean,
that's not the name of the next episode. So,
to be fair, I ate a big pasta dinner right before I came in. So
you carb loaded because you knew this would be.
So I'm just kind of nodding here.
You knew exactly how this would be, but hey, this is legal in Alabama now. So for
Only
medical
get a week.
purposes. Yeah. So there you go.
I don't think it's what you think it is, but okay.
We passed that law, so there you go.
That's not,
So anyways, thank you guys for watching the Deucecast Extra, and good grief, is it extra? And we appreciate the chat.
How did we go 45 minutes?
I don't know how exactly. Hey, time flies when you're having fun. And so I'm jealous of Roth right now. He's about to have some pulled pork, although they don't know how to do pulled pork up where you live, man. Come on. They don't
even call it that.
They don't even, yeah, they don't know how to do that up there. Come down to the south and I'll show you how to do some real pulled pork.
Yeah.
Yeehaw. So we'll be back next week for sure. Garrison, where can the people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on Twitter at SUPASH3, and you can find me on Letterboxd at GRifen.
Dr. Earl, what about you? You're off the grid still, right?
I'm really off the grid. You can find me on Discord occasionally. I might come in and give you a thumbs up on the comments you make.
Yep. Dr. Earl is hanging out every once in a while on the RetroZap Discord. And RetroZap is the...
All right, let me clarify. Yes.
Yeah, RetroZap is the podcast network that the Deucecast movie show is gladly a part of. We've been there for about 5 years now. 5 of the 10, so half of our existence we've been with RetroZap. And they do have a fantastic Discord channel. It's a really good community of people that you can chat with about these subject matters that you love. I have instructed Joe to never let Rhett on the RetroZap Discord. So... that way it is it's a safe place without Rhett there. You can find me at the Michael Nip on Twitter. That's mostly where I hang out. I do have a Letterboxd account as well because I watch at least 2 to 3 movies a day. So I try and throw those.
Mikey's going for 900,000 movies this year. So
no, I'm just trying to hit 365 early so I can focus on taking a break before the end of the year. And maybe I really want to watch Succession. I want to catch up on Succession because I've heard that's an awesome show, and the casting for season 3 has me really intrigued. So I do want to watch that. So I've got
Dan Stevens.
No, not Dan Stevens. He's on another show that's about to be on Hulu, I think, though. Anyways, thanks for watching. Everybody have a great evening.